Hello, everybody.
We are live. Hello, hello. Hello, family. This is Welcome to Your Journey. My name is Katarina.
My name is Sabrina.
And welcome to the journey of life and our experiences and how we handle life. I guess that will be the best kind of summary for now.
Yep.
On this Tuesday/Monday that we usually get together. How's everybody doing? It's been an interesting weekend, no? How are you feeling today, Sabrina?
Yeah. I'm a bit off today, but it's okay. I don't even understand why. It's like energies that are like probably moving through my body, and I don't really fully understand what it is. But I'm just gonna allow it to flow, and it's gonna flow into this podcast,
which is about mirrors.
It's about mirrors.
We're gonna talk about mirrors today.
But we're going to do it in a different way, because we can talk about mirrors in a deep way where it bring up jealousy and fear and anxiety and that. But we decided we've been talking a lot about that in the past few episodes, and let's make it a little lighter. Let's talk about our relations to like the mirror, the reflections of how we associate with colors and like genres of music and books and and movies and what you wear and all that kind of, and relationships as well. Maybe we'll bring that in, and whatever comes in because that's the way we do.
Basically how our environment can reflect what's going on within us, even if we don't know what's really going on.
Like your choices, how your choices reflect really your avatar, right? Your personality as the role that you're playing in this movie.
And how you can actually bypass certain things by the choices you make as well, right? By reprogramming. If you just choose to do something differently because you see the pattern, you see the mirror, and how could you take a different action so it actually maybe changes the course or just changes the program that,
or it's just is, and it's like an observation of like, oh wow, like I didn't realize that this is the thing. Like we start off with colors. For instance, she was telling me a story about her friend that didn't like yellow.
We went basically on a road trip and we were talking about the different chakra systems, and then we went into colors, and she was saying like, I was never really into yellow. I have trouble with yellow. There's something about yellow. I don't like it. And Melissa, if you're hearing this right now, we talked about this in the car. And yellow, if you go with the chakra system, represents the confidence. And we were talking about how she has trouble with confidence in certain situations. So to be repulsed by yellow, and specifically she said it was because it's too bright. It was too bright. It was too like, almost like too much. So it's something to reflect, right? If you think the color yellow is too much, it's too vibrant, it's too loud. Well, maybe that's what's the color's trying to tell you, is that maybe you don't feel confident enough to actually put yourself out there.
Or you're not happy somewhere, because yellow is happy, right?
Yellow is
optimistic.
Happy.
It's like very like
it's like the sun,
seeing this like the bright side of things. And maybe there's something in your life that she isn't really seeing. It's a little dimmed.
Maybe, but I feel because for her specifically, and it could be different for everybody. 100%, it could be that maybe not seeing the joy in your life as well, because yellow represents the sun, right? So shining a light on something, happy. You have all the flowers coming out, and they're joying because of the flower, because of the sun bringing them back to life. But in the chakra system, if you go with the solar plexus, it's all about self-confidence. And for her specifically, we were talking about confidence, and we were saying how she has some certain blockages with confidence. So for her to say that was just like, oh, green flag, like red flag. Not even a red flag, just like yellow flag.
And it's power as well. So maybe she's giving her power away to someone.
But specifically, what I really found interesting is that she said it was too bright. It was taking up too much space. So it's like almost.
Or maybe she's afraid of her leadership.
That too. Yeah, exactly. Afraid of taking too much space. And most of us are afraid of taking too much space. Of putting ourselves out there.
That's interesting because as a child, up until a few years ago, I couldn't stand purple. Okay. So purple is the crown chakra, right? So when I looked at it as a now adult, I said, oh, I was always rejecting my connection to source. Like my whole life, I was like, no, I'm not that. I'm not that person. I am not that intuitive person. I don't know, right? Because a lot of us light workers, way shores, whatever you want to call yourself, are like this. We felt weird or crazy or whatever, so we just rejected it. So I'm like, oh my God, it's so interesting. And now, like, I mean, my favorite color for most people who don't know, they think it's black, but it's fuchsia, actually. I love fuchsia, and fuchsia is the heart chakra.
Yeah. Is the heart chakra?
Yeah.
Like a fuchsia pink?
Well, pink is the heart chakra. So, but also it could be like from here to here, basically, if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Because this is violet. Fuchsia is like a combination.
Yeah, that's what I would think. More fuchsia would be like.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for some reason. But it's not. For some reason, it gives me that connection with the.
But speaking about black, it's like sometimes like my whole life, this spiritual life that I've had, everybody has always kind of reproached me for wearing black. Oh my God, that means you're black magic. That means you're voodoo. Means you're a vampire. You're blah blah blah. You're evil. Da, da, da. And I was like, no, man, I just like to wear black. I don't understand what the problem is. It's like white. It doesn't. If white equates angels and light, and that's just a narrative, right? That's just an inversion.
Yeah.
Because light is what?
Light is usually all the colors, right? It integrates. It has all the colors.
It's all like the one, right?
Yeah. And black is usually the absorption of all the colors.
Exactly.
Which I find really. I have a story with like black and colors that.
Talk to us.
During my biggest, just my biggest, I guess, rock bottom moment, I was wearing a lot of black, and I come to realize that I was protecting myself subconsciously, because black is the color of absorption. So it's gonna, instead of it going in your body, it's gonna go on your clothing. So for me, it was like a big pay attention to like the clothing that you wear in certain moments. Is it because you're intuitively feeling that you need to protect yourself? And a lot of times, like workers, we do feel like we need to protect ourselves, whether it's subconsciously or consciously. But for me, I've seen a huge shift after I started doing the inner work. That's when I actually started incorporating colors for me. So it was like it was like all black and then colors and white, and it was almost like I was ready to shed that light afterwards.
But it's interesting because when I was younger, let's say when my mom got sick when I was 13, she died when I'm 17. In that whole time, even after she passed, I was full on colors, grieving in color. And it's like I never wore black before. So it's almost like it's all dependent on the individual, your own mirror, your own reflection. So for me, I needed to push outwards, so I couldn't deal inside, right?
It was like that mask that you were putting on.
It was like a mask. It's okay, I'm wearing fuchsia, yellow, green, lime. I was wearing all the colors.
I'm okay.
So it's like that's a good thing too, to pay attention to, like, but it's not like you don't have to go deep into why am I wearing the yellow, but it's like, oh, interesting. Yeah. Why did I choose yellow today? And it's funny because I went to see a tarot card reader when I was 20 years old. And he told me that my power color was yellow, but he probably saw that I was an insecure girl. He said, you should wear yellow at your next interview or something like that. He told me. I have it written down. And I was like, yellow. It was interesting. See?
Yeah.
He was working on my chakras.
Yeah, but that's the beauty, right, of the mirror work, is when you're paying attention to your environment. Like, just look at your room and see, okay, what colors do I have more than others? And you don't have to, like you said, really dive in deeper, but it is something to question, right? Contemplate and go a little deeper. So like red usually is the base chakra, is usually your foundational work, and then sacral is central energies, how you express yourself creatively, which is orange. And then you have the solar plexus, which we just talked about, is yellow. So it's about confidence. It's the I am. It's this confidence in fully integrating and acknowledging yourself. And then you have the heart chakra, which is pink, or also associated with green. and it's the heart. It's where you communicate. It's how you keep your heart open or closed. And it's the universal, the unity, how you feel about everybody as a whole.
Your love language.
That too. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. And then you have the blue, which is the throat, how you express yourself. Could be, again, expressively, creatively, or through words. And then you have the indigo, which is your third eye. And then you have the purple, which is how you
or
connect
white
yourself.
even up there.
Yeah.
But also
Goldish.
it's interesting is like if you even just take, I just thought of it. So when you, the throat chakra, how do you express yourself? Do you like navy blue? Maybe you like to be more calm in the way you speak. Do you like turquoise, where you're like, woo, like, so it's all like different shades of each color as well, right? Because like it's a fuchsia, I like the love, but and the light pink is like, I want to keep it romantic and to myself kind of thing. It's kind of it's also like, look at the reflections of the people that you bring in, you attract, right?
Yeah.
So like her, for example, she's very earthy, right? And she has browns and like beiges and oranges and yellows and very like this. And that's not the colors at all that I wear. But she's like, we come together because she brings that to me. She brings grounding to me, right? Whereas I bring like fuchsia and black,
out there, unapologetic. To me, like
unfiltered.
it's unapologetic, unfiltered, which is beautiful.
So that's like interesting to look at.
Yeah, and it's what's fun about all this too is that you can, let's say, you can tap into these colors and use them for your own benefit. If you want to have, or you have a meeting and you feel like you want to express yourself, wear something blue. It will activate it because everything is a frequency. Blue is a frequency, and it's going to activate. And remember, these colors have only been shown to exist in the body because scientifically they have proven it through these vibrations. Because we have clusters of nerves. You heard that, huh? It was like a knocking. There's clusters of your nerves that all integrate in specific places on your spine, which then create what they call the chakra systems, right?
Energy centers.
Yeah.
So the red, interesting. So red is like foundational, it's grounding, but it's also very passionate and sexual and sensual and everything. So when I moved in with my my ex fiance, let's say, and I decided to put dark red in my bedroom, right? And everybody was like, "No, Sabrina, already you're crazy together. You're gonna be psychotic together." And I'm like, "No, it's gonna be good." Maybe it wasn't the best thing, whatever, but it was really nice. But probably not the best thing.
Visually, it was nice.
Yeah, it looked really nice. When I look at my duvet, my comforter was like this dark orange. It was really nice. But probably pay attention to that. Like, and it's interesting why I would have chosen that. Already, this guy is very passionate and full of rage. Why I would have chosen to do this in our bedroom, right?
Yeah.
Because intuitively, I knew that we weren't meant to be together. So I said, intuitively, my soul said, let's get this over quickly. So let's put the red in the paint. I don't know. Like, that there's a lot of ways to look at things.
Yes. Yeah.
Like why,
And that's why everything is a reflection. It gives you an opportunity of what's going inside your internal state, right? Even with music is a great example. If you're listening to a lot of depressive music, that one goes into your subconscious mind in one way, shape, or form if you're not really like grounded and conscious. But it will give you a pointer of like how are you feeling inside, and can you switch it up? If you don't want to feel sad, but you're listening to sad music, which is just kind of feeding that sadness, maybe pay attention to that, right? The movies you're watching too. The movies. I remember when I hit my rock bottom, I had my burnout and I had 3 weeks, and all I was doing is watching romantic comedies. That's all I did. That's all I wanted to do. I had 3 movies and they were on repeat.
Which ones?
I had Hitch. Yeah. I had Hitch. I had What Happens in Vegas.
Oh my God.
Which was, for some reason, it was all of these romantic comedies where it doesn't look like it's going to work, but it ends up working type of thing. And there was one more. The third one's Adam Sandler is Just Go With It.
Mm.
And that one too was just like, it subconsciously, it was like my brain was telling me, just go with the flow, especially Just Go With It. That one I watched at least 50 times throughout that whole
I make fun of her, but I like did a marathon of like Twilight at the age of like 40.
Romantic love, unforbidden, the forbidden. That's so cute.
Obsessed. I was obsessed. Edward. Anyways, it's interesting to see that, like to like also
we're talking about
the people around us kind of thing, but also I was going to say about music. I wanted to say something about music because I have if you look at I have iTunes. If you look at my playlist, I have like darkness 1, darkness 2, darkness 3, deep darkness, deep darkness. I like music, but it doesn't put me in a depressive state. For me, that music actually uplifts my soul. Like I listen to dark music and I'm like, I feel like I'm one with the universe, right? So everybody's different. But one thing we need to be careful of is, like she brought it up too, is like if you're not conscious, right, and you're listening to this kind of music, the lyrics to this music, and you know, we're like, oh yeah, I know the words by heart, you know, I want to drive myself into a hole kind of thing. If you keep saying that, you're actually talking to your body and your cells, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not conscious of it, you're just like talking, which is a lot of this music out there is like lyrics are crap. And you're saying it to yourself, your soul is like, oh, you want to, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I would suggest being a little conscious of the lyrics that are coming into your body, or also be just aware of it, right? And stuff like I do, like I listened to a song called How Soon Is Now by the Smiths, and it is like I want to die, and inside it is right. But every time I'm like about to sing this song to myself, I tell myself it's just a song. Don't imprint it in my body. And they're like, okay, because that's how I truly believe we have connection to ourselves.
Yeah. So
it's like just like with everything that you ingest, movies, people, you know, everyone, all the reflections in your life, we pay attention to it. If you're attracted to that reflection, it's because inside you there's something that needs to be emphasized, or maybe something that needs to sleep. Right?
Something, yeah, exactly.
Something that needs to be
addressed, understood, addressed, released.
Yeah.
Just made conscious, right? There's something within you that is trying to emerge or trying to get your attention so you can do something about it. That would be, our environment is a reflection of our internal state. And we've heard this and you've heard it like again and again and again, but it's true. If you really pay attention, if you really just ground yourself and you just ask, okay, what's going on? Like, what am I observing right now? And
how am I feeling about the observation? Yeah. Because like yesterday I asked her, what's that first element that you feel connected to?
Yeah.
Air, is it the sky and the clouds? Is it the oceans and the lakes? Is it the mountains and earth? Or is it fire? It's not fire. Fire is like, what is it? Like sunsets and whatever, right?
Sun, yeah.
So what is it the first thing? And water, and me too, water, right? And I have no water in my chart, but like water is my element because it's emotions, because it's probably feminine energy, but also sun is my massive go-to. So it's interesting. I mean, we like everything. I also have we love the sky, like clouds, so like everything. But in that day, what are you feeling? Like it could help you translate your mood, and it could help you translate what is going on right now in that present moment, which is living in the now moments.
Yeah. I
go outside. What do I feel like? Water. Oh, that means maybe I'm a little bit emotional today and I need to connect with mother water, right? Kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
My feminine side.
Yeah. It gives you a clue on what your body and mind and emotions need at this very moment too, right? So if you're connected, you're like, oh, I feel like you want earth element is coming to your mind. Well, maybe you just need to go for a walk, right? To release.
You need to ground.
Yeah, you need to ground. So
that brings up the nature thing to me, because I always believe that our nature is the mirror of our physical vessel.
Mm.
I feel like she's a physical representation of you right now. So if you go out into nature and you look at the tree and you see like, oh, that tree is so fat or big, or that tree, look at that heavy leaves, or or you look at the tree and say, oh, look at this, so skinny and ugly, or maybe I could look at that wiry tree and say, wow, it's so beautiful and slender and elegant, right? Everybody has a different way of looking at it, but it's really a representation of how you see yourself.
Yeah.
And that's something to pay attention to.
Yeah, 100%.
It's the same way I always said, like Eckhart Tolle in his New Earth book. I never finished that book. It was so boring to me. But like the little part that I did read was where there is the flower. The flower doesn't see itself. The flower doesn't know what it looks like, right? The flower can only like depend on the human to say, oh, look how beautiful you are. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. And the flower's like, yeah, kind of thing. It's true though, right? It's really kind of interesting that, right? It's like that. And that's us like looking at nature. We're like, oh, you're so beautiful, my beautiful tree. And the tree is like, and it degages, like it gives us that energy, right? We appreciate nature, nature appreciates us, and we work as a unit.
And if you want to go deeper to that, everything that's going on around the world is a collective combination of what's going on with every single person. So it's like if there's wars around the world breaking out, it's because there's people that are not happy and they're at war with themselves internally for the big part, which is creating this accumulation and then creating this outburst into our reality. So I sincerely believe that if everybody just started loving themselves and trusting themselves deeper, we would not have wars. It would not happen, at least not right now, not for these reasons anyways.
There wouldn't be corruption. There wouldn't be limited belief systems keeping us in boxes. There wouldn't be any of that.
I do believe that, corruption is a big reflection also of how we all corrupt ourselves and lie to ourselves. And
it's like the world. It's so funny because I don't know who I was telling. Maybe I was telling myself, but like, when you like, there was a client here that like she was she put out a little white lie and she went to hide in my bathroom or whatever. And I'm like, yo, man, you can hide in a closet, you can bury yourself deep into under the ground, but you can't lie to the little soul group that's around you. that's dealing out the karma for you. That is like the masters of your contract, like that are working with you. You can't, it's like, so you can try, but you'll learn the lesson. Okay. And you'll be given another mirror or another reflection that will help you understand why you're lying, kind of thing. So then you're going to have someone lie to you. Like, this is it. This is and I wanted to bring up this, which I had talked about a long time ago on a post. And when I moved into this place, I had to endure construction all around me, in front of me, inside this freaking building, everywhere for like a good 3 years. Every day waking up with pounding in my ear. It's 7 a.m. I'm not a morning person. So I was like, what is the lesson here? Right. And I truly believe, and everyone's like, well, it's just the city regulations or the city built. And I was like, no, I'm here because I was under construction. I was like in a process of massive change. So the reflection of me was out there, and everyone will say, oh, well, everybody in the building is in that. I said, maybe like some people, not everybody's on this full on journey as well. Right. So I was like, I truly believe this, right? And I was like, okay. And every time I was like, okay, so what? Like, I tried to really work with the illusion. I was like, it's just an illusion. I can't see it. I can't see it, but I still saw it, right? I'm not that advanced yet.
And it's also, if you want to just add on to that idea, just because there's other people in the building doesn't mean they hear or see the construction as she is seeing
acutely as I did.
Exactly. So for one person it might bother them, and to pay attention to that and see, okay, well, what's going on within me? And then to another person, it doesn't bother them at all. They don't hear it at all. It's just like la 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 because it's not reflecting anything
That's a good
within
point.
them.
Yeah.
So they don't see, like the perspective is very, where everybody else in their journey is different. And the attitude and the perspectives will reflect where they are in the journey as well. So anyways, what we're trying to say is that this week, just try to observe and see and just ask questions. If something shows up 2, 3, 4 times in a day, ask yourself a question like, oh, what could this mean? Is there a symbolism? Can I look within and see like, okay, like what is this and what does it represent for me? And can it kind of reflect?
And why is it showing up for me?
Yeah.
Is it for me to like pay attention to something? Is there like a little bit of a miscommunication within my relationship? Is that why I'm seeing blue everywhere, right? Or, why is blue angering me this week, kind of thing? There's like a lot of things. It's like the weirdest things could happen in your life where the flower bothers me. Like, why? Yeah. So, because you're feeling ugly, you're shitting on yourself. So you're like, oh, it's ugly. Like, there's just so many little things. Yeah. And as much as we are like just avatars, but we are these like humans in this moment. And it's in that moment, you can switch it up a little bit, right? And elevate your game. Yeah. And raise that frequency. So like you feel like your vibration is low, maybe wear orange and yellow, right? Just that day. You don't have to wear it all over. You could
tap into that
yellow
color.
Nail polish or whatever, or carry a yellow quartz around with you or a citrine or whatever it is, right? It's just like a little things.
Yeah. Put that music that makes you bob your head and happy.
I'm happy, whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can have Katarina and I sing to you.
You can try.
Wake up.
You can try.
Yeah.
That's your only homework this week. It's just to pay attention. Look at your environment. Look at your living room. Your living room is supposed to be a place for rest. Do you have elements that kind of help induce that, or do you have like bright colors that kind of like
agitate you
and get you moving and get you out, right? And if that's not the mood you're looking for, is there little elements that you can switch around and just pay attention? Is this actually affecting me? Once you switch the things around.
And is this really me?
Yeah.
Or is this just something I looked at and I liked it and it was in the store and everybody has it on Instagram and TikTok, so I want to have it in my house, but it's really irking me, so I don't know why. So it's like just paying attention to that, like, and it actually it's going to help you discover you.
Yeah. You're in turtle state, which is harder to see sometimes.
Yeah. Because it's affected by, because we tend to look at mirrors as people a lot in this society right now. Like, he's bothering me. Why? Like, and it's fine. It's something we're going to look at eventually too. We're going to do the big mirror talk like that. But right now, it's even these little nuances, as subtle as they are, they're actually deep.
Yeah. 100%. We don't really, and it's like, it's these elements that are around us all the time.
And like, what crystals are you attracted to?
Yeah.
Because to me, I believe crystals come to you.
Yeah.
You don't go to crystals. Absolutely. It's like the crystal's like, hey, you're mine. And you're like, okay, I'm taking you home. Sometimes crystals don't want to be with you.
Yeah. And that's why they jump. A lot of times
they break.
They have jumpers, they break, or they've done the job that they had to do. And they're like, okay, I'm done.
Put me back in nature.
Yeah. So that's your job today. Yeah. This week is just to pay attention to little nuances, pay attention to the colors, the places, the movies, the scenarios, the people, the trees,
the words
that
people say, the words that you say. Like, it's like a lot. There's so much. There's so much around us, right?
Yeah.
So let's like have fun with it. Yeah. What's around us, instead of like they're all distractions.
Yeah.
We are 100% on that, but let's have fun with it according to you, because it'll help you learn a lot about why you chose Katarina to be in this lifetime. Why you chose Sabrina to be in this lifetime.
Yeah. Why you chose us to
You know?
listen to every
Why you chose us to listen to every
Wednesday.
Wednesday. All right. I think it's a short and sweet one.
That's what we have.
We wanted
for
to keep it
today.
light.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Have fun with it. Enjoy. See
Yeah.
what elements you can incorporate to have the mood that you're looking for, the confidence that you're looking for. So yeah, that's it for today.
All right. Love
Have a
you.
great Wednesday or whenever you're watching this. And until next week.
Yep.
Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye. And don't forget, we have a mini series too on Saturday. We're doing what are we doing?
Hierophant.
Bye.